She was just a girl from Texas with a dream. Before the fame, before the millions of fans, before the flashing cameras, there was a young Selena Gomez growing up in a simple home, raised by her mother, learning early what struggle really meant. Life wasn't perfect. Money was tight. Opportunities were rare. But sometimes, the hardest beginnings create the strongest people. Selena's journey into the spotlight began quietly, with small roles, small auditions, small hopes. Until one day, everything changed. She landed a role on Disney Channel's Wizards of Waverly Place. And just like that, her life transformed. She became Alex Russo, the funny, sarcastic, magical teenager that millions instantly fell in love with. But what the world saw was only the beginning. Behind the scenes, Selena was working harder than ever, long hours, constant filming, endless expectations. Because Disney didn't just create stars, it created pressure. Still, she kept going. And then, she took a risk. Music. At first, people weren't sure. Was she just another actress trying to sing? But Selena proved them wrong. With hits like Love You Like a Love Song and Come and Get It. She didn't just enter the music industry. She dominated it. Her voice, her style, her presence. Everything was evolving. And so was her fame. But fame is never simple. Because when the world watches you, it also judges you. Every outfit, every word, every mistake. And then came the relationship that would define headlines for years. Selena Gomez and Justin Bieber. A love story followed by millions. At first, it felt like a fairy tale. Young love, two global superstars. A connection fans couldn't get enough of. But fairy tales don't always last. The relationship became complicated, emotional, and very public. Breakups, makeups, rumors. And suddenly, Selena's personal life wasn't personal anymore. It was content. For the media, for the fans, for the world. And slowly, the pressure started breaking her. But something even darker was happening. Something invisible. Selena was diagnosed with lupus, a disease that doesn't just affect your body. It affects your life, your energy, your mental state, your future. There were days she couldn't get out of bed. Days she smiled in public while silently suffering in private. And then came the moment that changed everything. A kidney transplant. Her body was failing, and she needed a miracle. That miracle came in the form of friendship. A friend who gave her a kidney and gave her a second chance at life. But recovery wasn't easy, because healing isn't just physical. It's emotional. It's mental. And Selena was fighting battles on all sides. Anxiety, depression, fear. Living under constant public scrutiny made everything harder. Because even in her weakest moments, the world expected her to be strong, perfect, unbreakable. But the truth is, no one is. And for the first time, Selena chose herself. She stepped away from the spotlight. She disappeared, not because she was weak, but because she needed to survive. And in that silence, she found something powerful: clarity, healing, strength. When she returned, she wasn't the same girl anymore. She was stronger, wiser, real. Her music changed. Her message changed. Her purpose changed. Songs like Lose You to Love Me weren't just songs. They were confessions. Raw, honest, painful. She wasn't trying to be perfect anymore. She was being real. And that's what made people connect with her even more. Because in a world full of filters, Selena Gomez showed the truth. Today, she's not just a singer, not just an actress. She's a voice for mental health awareness, for self-love, for strength through struggle. She proved something powerful, that you can be broken and still rebuild yourself, that you can fall and still rise, that you can lose everything and still find yourself again. But behind the success, behind the strength, one question still remains. What does it really cost to survive fame? She looked like she had everything: fame, beauty, millions of fans. But behind that perfect smile, Selena Gomez was fighting battles the world couldn't see. From a young girl growing up with struggles in Texas to becoming the beloved face of Disney through Wizards of Waverly Place, her rise felt like a dream, fast, magical, and unstoppable. The good side of her story is inspiring. She broke into music with confidence, delivered global hits like Love You Like a Love Song and Come and Get It, and built a connection with fans that felt real, warm, and deeply human. She wasn't just famous, she was loved. But fame has a dark side, and slowly, it began to reveal itself. Constant media attention, endless expectations, and a very public relationship with Justin Bieber turned her personal life into global entertainment. Every breakup became headlines, every emotion became content, and the pressure started to crack the image everyone admired. Then came a battle far more serious: her diagnosis with lupus, a silent illness that drained her physically and emotionally, leading to chemotherapy and eventually a life-saving kidney transplant that changed everything. This was the side of Selena the world didn't fully understand: the pain, the fear, the loneliness, the nights where strength felt impossible. Alongside physical illness came mental struggles, anxiety, depression, and the overwhelming weight of living under constant judgment. There were moments she stepped away, disappeared from the spotlight, not because she was weak, but because she needed to survive. And that's where her story changes. Because the good side isn't just about success, it's about resilience. Selena came back, not as the same Disney girl, but as someone stronger, more honest, and more real. Through music like Lose You to Love Me, she shared her truth with the world, showing that healing is messy, growth is painful, and self-love is a journey. She became a voice for mental health, reminding millions that it's okay to not be okay. Her story teaches us something powerful: fame can give you everything, but it can also take everything away if you lose yourself in it. So the real lesson, the suggestion for you is this: never chase a perfect life you see online, because behind every highlight, there may be a hidden struggle. Take care of your mental health, value your real relationships, and remember that true strength isn't about never breaking. It's about rebuilding yourself every time you fall. If this story touched your heart, if you saw strength in Selena's journey, then this channel is for you. Because here, we don't just talk about fame. We talk about the truth behind it. The pain, the struggle, the reality no one shows. So, if you want more real stories, more powerful journeys, more untold truths, make sure you subscribe, because the next story might change the way you see the world.